Hello everyone, this is Darwell20 and welcome to episode 48 of Darwell20's Let's Play of ATM10. Today's episode, I want to ramp up the production of fissile fuel, because if we're going to run a max size reactor, we're going to need a max size amount of fissile fuel. And hopefully all the stuff we put in place last episode by way of lasers and whatnot is cool. Quick note, I'm getting over another cold, so if I cough throughout the episode, I apologize. And B, I'm also recording this on a relatively new computer build, so hopefully the video and audio quality settings are pretty solid. But if there's any issues with video or audio, please let me know in the comments. As you know, I keep a backlog of videos, so hopefully there's no major issues. And anyone's, it might take a couple days, before I get your feedback and change it up. And it's a excuse me, good thing I do record videos in advance, because I've been sick for like the last week, and we haven't missed any videos because I have a backlog. So like that's why I do a backlog, is so that I have videos in case stuff comes up in real life, like being sick. So that said, we are definitely out of some stuff. And we're probably gonna have to like amp up our production of some resources like uranium and fluorite and all that. But I think step one for me should be getting the fluorite, uranium, and sulfur that we need here brought in from the other dimension. So let's look at AE2 and get ourselves some quantum link chambers and some quantum rings. Does that sound cool? Cool to me. And then we're going to want a singularity. That should be good. And then we're going to want some TNT. That could be cool. Okay. Well, you're taking a sweet time, huh? I need to amp up the speed at which these process. I need to get those like advanced versions of the AE machines that can make these like way faster, because currently a bit slow, but we'll get there. And then we need ender pearl dust, right? Or just an ender pearl I think works, and then a lever, and that should be cool. So I have to change my hotkeys, don't I? Yeah, I think so. New computer. Yeah. Also my hotkeys. So key binding might be a little bit of a mess for a minute. So toggle magnet. I like to make it that. And then I go into my keys and do that. So yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Or that, or that. Much better. Okay, so you do your explodey thing, which should be totally safe to do in this nice compact machine of ours. How cool is that? And are my quantum-y dudes done yet? Getting there. So let's set up this quantum link chamber. I'm thinking we just kind of plop it right here-ish. Maybe centered in this area, or do we want it like over here? Because I think this probably makes more sense. We put it here-ish, right? Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna have that kind of sitting like that, and then you can go all the way around, and that looks cool to me, right? Not too shabby. Yeah, I like it. And then one side of you will get this quantum entangled singularity, and then let's go. Oh, why is V bringing up my? Oh my goodness, that's a lot of things bound to V. Holy cow. Boy, oh boy, is that a lot of things bound to V. I definitely want that. That's what I'm looking for. Much better. Okay. So to home we go. Told you there'll be a momentary bit of fixins with this thing. Now, here was my question is, can I daisy chain these? I actually don't entirely know the answer to that, but I don't see why I couldn't. Right? Like, this should be fine to do. Right? I mean, he looks like he's online, and he looks like he's connected. So if I were to get an interface here, and do that, and then sulfur, and then uranium. Right now, I'm suspecting we're gonna have to amp up production of some of these, but that's a thing I'm ready to do in the near future, right? So you'll come over here. Straight like that. And that should do thing. Hooray! Nice. Alright, that looks cool. Okay, great. Be right back. Alright, so now despite this thing, like, going pretty quickly and doing pretty good, I think we want to amp it up a little bit, yes? So clearly, we're not producing uranium hexafluoride quickly enough. And I think while you're doing a pretty good job, let's do mechanism tier installer. How about at least 2? And we'll see if that's sufficient-ish. So if I did you with a nice split on, you're going to be producing yellow cake uranium way faster than we need at this point, right? So everything else is running kind of as fast as possible, which is good, totally good, but we want to amp this up. So I think what I'll do is throw down another chemical oxidizer. Okay, so here's how I'm thinking to do this, right? I'm going to plop you down, and then I'm going to copy you and paste you. And that should have set all the sidedness to be identical to the way the other machine was, right? Then we get some mechanism upgrade cards. I would like 80 of you, please. We need just a little bit more copper. I just amped up copper production right between things there, whereas we're okay. You know what I'll do? I'll just make less. I moved my copper from like the top part of my farm to the bottom part, so that it would be cool. And then we're gonna want laser IO. Okay. And what I'm going to do is use my card cloner from Laser IO. Oh, that's machine settings copier. I know what my mods look like. That would be you, card cloner. Cool. Okay, and then you're done. Good. Let's make sure that you're installed here. Okay. So we will copy, and then we'll insert you and paste. Okay, and copy and paste, if you have the right number of overclockers available, will handle that. Now, I guess in fairness, I should consider a way to like copy and paste the whole side would be cool. And then you're just at insert yellow, so that's cool. So if I bind you now, you should start doing the exact same thing that this guy's doing. How cool is that? Right? So now we're like cruising on uranium oxide. That is super cool. I love that, right? So like, let's do it again, right? Chemical oxidizer, because I think I need another one of you, because you don't seem like you're keeping up still. So this is like super duper expandable, which is what I was going for. Which tells me I think I did that right. Now, how in the world did you decide that you were going to place that on the left side of that block? Explain. All right, so pasted, right? And then you can do bing, bang, boom. You're going to paste that and then just copy and paste, right? And then we bind you guys, and now you're cruising, provided I upgrade you. Is that cool? Right? So, like, whenever we identify a bottleneck, like uranium oxide, we can easily just be like, yeah, we're going to move that over to there, and that should be cool, right? And now at some point soon, I can only assume we're going to run into a bottleneck elsewhere, right? That we're going to need to deal with. And, like, we will. It should be fine, right? Questioning what's up with power at the moment, to be honest with you. Like, are we having a power problem here or no? No. In fairness, you are using like 327,000 FE per tick. And I'm pretty sure this dude can only transfer 1,000,000. So he's probably gonna struggle at some point. Guess we'll find out. But yeah, our bottleneck is still uranium oxide, it looks like. I mean, it's definitely... I'm not seeing anything else burning out. So, like, I don't know, another chemical oxidizer, perhaps? So you're going to go there, you will paste, you will insert, you will green, purple, yellow, you will paste that dude, copy this one, paste it there, link it, and then we're cruising. That's pretty fast, how quickly we're able to do that. Is that awesome? I mean, I'm not complaining. I ain't complaining at all, to be honest with you. I guess my problem now is isotropic centrifuges, right? So, like, if I wanted to get another one of those, right? Can I just, like, stick it there like that? I can. Beautiful, right? And then boom, 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 right? And then your sidedness will be, we're going to copy you, and it's going to be a chemical dude, right? And then that, and then copy you, and that, right? And then we can link you to, and then if we weren't out of uranium, we'd be cool, right? So I guess it's time to deal with the fact that we are not great on uranium. Actually, I think, yeah, no, I'll go here. That's fine. All right, so let me go think about uranium production, processing and whatnot. I assume I can just toss you in here, no problem, and you'll start duping as quickly as you can, but that's obviously a temporary solution to a real problem. More uranium seeds or some other method of getting lots of uranium, I guess, will be the question for us, but we'll find out, right? So I'm assuming what'll happen is if you back stuff again, we'll get to a point where, like, it'll start sending to the others, which is fine. All right, back in a sec. All right, so to hold me over, step one will be this. Okay, so I'm going to take all this out of here and just put it away for now. And we're going to reset config. I can... I think that's me. I want to do a new tag, sea ores uranium. That sounds cool. And please run. Oh, that's going to be a lot of uranium. I like it. And we're getting yellowite too, which I assume will be broken down into the appropriate thing, right? Let's go validate that real fast. I can only assume that I put you in there and you're going to have no problem. So you go into raw yellorium. And then I do that. Do you not uranium? How's that not a thing? That's kind of a bummer. So no more yellorium for you. Tell me there's uranium ore. Yes, there is uranium ore. Sweet. So there's yellorite and uranium ore. Okay. So what I'll do is I will let this go. Is there normal uranium ore or only deep slate? Because if there's only deep slate, then what I can do is change the tag filter to a item stack filter. But I'm gonna let this run all the way, and then we'll see what. Oh yeah, no, that's yellow rate. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's a not deep slate uranium, because then I can do a specific. I want exactly this rather than just give me a tag kind of deal. Boy, that's satisfying, isn't it? Let me tells you. All right, so now you guys should be cooking once again. Yep, everybody's happy. Nice. Okay. Why extracty? Oh, because I didn't copy and paste your sidedness, did I? There you go. So much better. I guess, in fairness, this is going to be a little bit of a power problem for us. Because if you're going to need, he might choke on power a little bit. We'll have to deal with that in some way. I wonder if I can just do this. Right? But then don't forget you're going to need a node overclocker here. Do you think that'll keep everybody happy? Maybe? Looks like it's not having a problem anymore. So, like, technically both of these are extracting at the same time. That's cool, right? I like that. That works for me. All right. So how are we doing over here? Doing really good. I would like this to be at a decent level before I turn it on. We did say we were going to aim to turn that on today. I just want to make sure everybody else is, like, nice and backstuffed. And to be honest, it looks like it really kind of is. This dissolution chamber is running pretty consistently. So I suspect, like, we're keeping up with demand at this point, but soon we may need more, right? We'll figure that out when the time comes. Yeah, we're probably going to need to plan for that a little bit better, but I think we're good. And we might need to increase the extract speed of things with, yeah, in terms of overclocking, right? So, like, if I did this, that would be extracting faster, and that would probably be good. Maybe. We'll see. All right, so let's try turning this bad boy on and be ready to capture all the power that we're going to need. So you are a nitro cell, right? We're going to need another nitro cell, if I'm not mistaken. And what we'll want to do, like, we can just stick the nitro cell on the thing, right? And it kind of, you have to think of them more like ender chests than the quantum-y dudes, but, like, yeah, I think that would be cool, right? So if because there should be an exporter here, right? What's this thing called? Mechanism, steam turbine. So we have a turbine valve. I'm pretty sure that's what we use for exporting energy, right? So if I get that nitro cell, and then I'm actually not quite too sure how steam go here. I'm thinking, do we want to just use mechanisms pressurized tube system? I think that's cool. Yeah, and I might want to do the fluid system for mechanism because they are really quite fast. I'm going to want ultimate mechanical pipes. I'm not sure if there's anything that's, like, much faster, but I guess we could try laser IO, but I don't know. I don't know how it compares. Let's see. So your pump rate is 32 buckets per tick, right? And if I did laser IO with, like, a max sidedness to it, Where are you at? 40 per tick. So laser IO is technically a little bit faster per card, and we can put more cards in at a time. So maybe we do go laser IO for this. Right? Now it's the vents that we extract from, right? And then we're going to want some kind of like insertery dude here. So we're going to want a fission reactor port. That'll be a fluid input. Now, to be fair, we might be able to run it without. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to want you like around 100 millibuckets per tick and see. You're pretty cool on heat. You're doing just fine, right? And we are losing water at this rate. Okay. Now might be a good time, too, to think about our logic adapters, right? So you're going to be some kind of high temperature output. And then we're going to have some redstone dust. And then you're going to be an activation. And we'll probably want some kind of lever, toggle, button-y thing. I usually use the RF mod thingy, but I don't think their logic things are in yet, are they? I don't think so. I don't think they've been ported up to 121, which is a little bit of a bummer. So maybe we could use that Quill mod, like the redstone logic-y dude. Is that cool? That could be fun. I like that. Okay. So if I were to put a button here, we're gonna do this live because I actually don't quite know what I'm doing. Right. So you will emit high temperature, right, when here. So we're gonna want to say blue to green. Green is our output, right? So oh boy, these look complicated. You know what? I decided to do it simpler. I found something called a latch from more red, and this seems to be what I want to do. So if this redstone signal activates at any time, it'll set the output to the back here, which will turn off the thing, and then this toggles it back on. So this is your on switch, this is your off switch. Easy enough? So if I connect you and turn you on, you're running, right? And then what I'm going to do is temporarily remove you so that your water will go down pretty quickly. And what should happen, boy do I hope it does, is we're going to see this thing turn off, right? Presuming that you're set to a high temperature output. So as soon as the temperature goes up to a high level, it should deactivate. Is that cool? So we're like halfway there. Cool. And then my question will be, do I want to... I'm going to obviously want to like send the heat out and water back because clearly we weren't keeping up with water demands. Right? So like let's watch here and hope that I'm correct. Otherwise we're going to have a bad thing happen in a moment. But this should go pretty quickly into like things are bad and turn off mode. There you go. It stopped. Perfect. Temp. And it's off, and the damage is minimal. So then on the north face here, we will go ahead and insert water again. The temperature will come down with all the water that's going in there, and then the coolant will go up, and then the damage will start going down. So that's exactly what I wanted to see happen. Perfect. Reactor safe-ish. All right, so now next task will be getting gas in here. So let's try it like full laser IO. Even though, you know, it's a lot of laser IO, but eh. So on the east face, we're going to need more laser IO cards for gas, right? Because steam is a gas. You should be extracting. I thought I made mouse wheel work on that, but maybe I'm crazy and I didn't. How high does this go? I don't actually know. That's an exceptional question. I am now remembering that I made this a little bit annoying to click. I should make this a little bit easier to click. How high does this go? I forget, but it's apparently very high. And then I'm going to compare it to, holy cow. How high does this go? I don't remember. I set this up a while ago. 240,000, or 240 buckets, let's say, right? So now, mechanism, the ultimate pressurized tube does 256,000 millibuckets per tick. Now, in fairness, I can overclock the cards. So it's a little less than what you can get with an ultimate pressurized tube, right? But yeah, that's fine. I remember trying to make it about the same, you know, per card, obviously, right? And then here will be an insert. So you should be extracting. We need the thingy from mechanism. I always lose my wrenches. I need to like start saving spots for wrenches and whatnot in my backpack because I lose them. Not waste. Hopefully you didn't extract that. Output coolant. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. So you're doing the steam thing. Pretty good. Okay. And then you're producing power, which I assume is going into you, right? Yeah, you're not keeping any power, so 960 FE, 960,000 FE? Well, not too shabby. Is water gummed up? Is that what's happening here? So we may need to extract water. Let's see what happens. So on this face, we will have a max extract, and then we will link you to here where you have a water input. Does that work? Do I need to like dump excess steam? Water will not be recycled. Dumping steam. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So your steam's coming in still. Interesting. So let's activate you for a sec. Now water's flowing, so that's cool. And we'll scram you. Okay. So yeah, I think interestingly, okay, maybe that's how much steam is being transferred. Yeah, that's around 240 buckets. Okay, so that's the transfer rate of the steam. So we have plenty of steam in here. It's being transferred. It looks like it's not changing. That's just how much we're transferring per tick, roughly, right? So once this buffer tank of heated coolant runs out, you know, we'll be in a position to see this disappear. All right, so I want to play with this a little bit laser IOE, right? Now, if I wanted to, what I could absolutely do is do this. Why are you on? Yes, okay. Right, and then you would be at that level, and now you're producing 1.92 million, and that's pretty cool, right? And now you're building up a buffer of energy, which is fine, right? And now you're out of steam, and now your energy production stops, and everything's cool. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so let's wrap up the episode here. If I activate you real quick, right, you're producing more steam than we can handle at this point. So next episode, we'll come back and play with these numbers and get things balanced to the point where, you know, A, we're producing water enough, and B, we're producing steam enough, and C, we can amp up this number to even higher. All right, for now, Dog20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.